Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the Chief Scrum Master. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in Scrum and Agile, you want to learn about it. So let's start, friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you. Friend, Chief Scrum Master, I'm sure that you have heard about this term Chief Scrum Master. Basically, friend, this is a role in the Scrum framework. Now, what is actually the role of Chief Scrum Master? Friend, there are basically three roles in the Scrum framework. The first role is the product owner, then the Scrum team, and then the Scrum Master. Scrum Master is a person who has the best knowledge about the best practices of the Scrum framework, and he is basically a facilitator among the team members who will guide you about the Scrum methodologies, a Scrum framework, or best practices. Now, the Chief Scrum Master, if you just see the term here, Chief Scrum Master, that means he is the basically the you can say the senior person or executive person of the Scrum Master. So basically, friend, large projects require multiple Scrum teams to work in parallel. Information gathered from one team may need to be appropriately communicated to other teams. The Chief Scrum Master is responsible for this activity. The role of a Chief Scrum Master is necessary to ensure proper collaboration among the Scrum teams. Coordination across various Scrum teams working on a project is typically done through the Scrum of Scrum (SOS) meeting. There is no hierarchy between the Scrum Masters. They all are peers. The Chief Scrum Master just work on multi-team level, whereas the Scrum Master work on a single team level. Okay, for example, there are five team members are there. So Scrum Master is working on the one team. Okay, and the other Scrum Master is working for other team. But the Chief Scrum Master is working above on that, or on the multiple team level he is working. Scrum Master is working for one team level and Chief Scrum Master is working for multiple team level. That is the main difference between the Scrum Master and the Chief Scrum Master. Large projects require multiple Scrum teams to work in parallel. Information gathered from one team may need to be appropriately communicated to other teams. The Chief Scrum Master is responsible for this activity. Coordination across various Scrum teams working on a project is typically done through the Scrum of Scrum meetings. Then typically any inter-term issues are addressed by the interested parties in a session immediately following the Scrum of Scrum meeting. The Chief Scrum Meeting Master facilitates this session. Friend, a Scrum of Scrum meeting means that if there are, for example, four teams are working, every team has their own Scrum Master. From every team, Scrum Master will participate in another meeting that is called as Scrum of Scrum, which is led by the Chief Scrum Master. Okay. The Chief Scrum Master can be chosen from the Scrum Masters of the large project or can be somebody else. For very large projects, it is recommended to have Chief Scrum Master who is not also a Scrum Master, because the efforts required for the Chief Scrum Master role will prevent the Chief Scrum Master from also being able to dedicate enough time to the work with his or her Scrum team. In either case, the Chief Scrum Master should have enough Scrum expertise to be able to foster collaboration and to help and coach others with the implementation of Scrum for a smooth delivery of the project's products. Apart from clearing impediments and ensuring a conducive project environment for the Scrum teams, the Chief Scrum Master also collaborates with the Chief Product Owner, other Scrum Masters, and Product Owner in activities such as developing the list of components and resources needed in common for all teams throughout the project. He or she facilitates everything that goes beyond the realm of a single Scrum team. The Chief Scrum Master also interfaces with the Program Scrum Master to ensure alignment of the large project with the goals and objectives of the program. The Chief Scrum Master is often a mysterious job that very few people understand because they have not been exposed to a scaled agile environment. This role is very important within a multiple team in project or program organizations due to the need to ensure effective collaboration at the program level. First thing is that if you are like for example below, where we shall discuss few factors to consider when determining whether you need a chief scrum master or not. This is very important question, friend, that do you need a chief scrum master in your organization or not. Why this question is arising, friend? Because see, in your organization, for example, if you are an organization having like based on the concept or implementation of the scrum framework, you have already 2 or 3 scrum master already working. So here it came the question that why you need a chief scrum master. Friend, if you have a 3 or more agile scrum team working together on the same product or solution, do your team share a common product vision? Do your team share a common product backlog? Do your team work in silos and struggle to identify and resolve dependencies and obstacles? Do your team struggle to gain visibility into what the other teams are working on? If you have questions, answers are yes of these questions, so obviously, friend, you should have a chief scrum master. Okay, the question is that if you have already have the scrum master, then why you need a chief scrum master? When are you continue as you continue your journey in growing agile practices, it is very probable that you will be faced with the challenge of scaling success. Explore what it takes to expand the use of agile and scrum and get some professional help, and as always inspect and adopt. Friend, basically, when in a simple way we can say, when once you are scaling your organization, okay, see, scaling means that for example if there are only 5 team members are working in your scrum team, and now you are scaling it up to 25 or 30 team members, for example, or 40 team members. So that means you are scaling your organization and scaling your projects. Once you are scaling the things, okay, so considering the factor of scaling, you should need a chief scrum master, because he is the person independent role who can manage on multiple level of a scrum team or coordinate with them. So that's way whenever we talk about scaling, here is the concept or here is the value role of chief scrum master came. Friend, although scrum master doesn't prescribe any functional lead roles, the reality is that there needs to be a person who handles the responsibilities such as HR, career progression, and technical mentoring for the various functions. Simply put, the chief scrum master performs this role for a group of scrum masters and also act as the organization wide strategic scrum coach. Okay, so I hope, friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. I have tried my level best to explain the concept of chief scrum master here. So thanks a lot for watching the video, friend. Thank you.